Thailand is the kind of place where you can eat street food that costs less than a coffee back home. Then turn a corner and find yourself in a 5-star resort for the price of a mid-range hotel anywhere else. It's temples and night markets, motorbikes weaving through traffic like they're following some invisible choreography, and a culture that genuinely values the concept of sanuk, which basically means finding joy in literally everything you do. The beaches are insane, the people are some of the kindest you'll ever meet, and somehow you can live like absolute royalty on a backpacker budget. But fair warning, the heat is no joke. The curries will ruin you for every other curry you'll ever have, and you will absolutely fall in love with this place.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Beth's Bougie Adventures. We are actually going to Thailand, which I don't know why, I never thought I'd be saying. It's never been somewhere that's like, I have to go, but I think that's because so many people from the UK do go. And it looks beautiful, but I was like, oh, well, everybody goes Bangkok, Phuket. We're not really going there. We've got a bit, well, I don't want to say a bit more of an exciting itinerary, but we're just doing it a little bit of a different way. And the reason it's panned out is because we're in Langkawi now in Malaysia. So we're actually going, we were like, where do we go after Langkawi? And number one that came up was Koh Lipe. So we're now headed to Thailand. We have to navigate a ferry crossing with Nathan, which is gonna be fun. My fiance has cerebral palsy, and with that comes some mobility challenges. I thought I would document the entire journey so you can see what it's like too, because I had so many questions, Nathan had so many questions. We reached out to the company, unfortunately they haven't come back to us. So we're all in this together, guys. We're all in this together. We're gonna see what it's like, and hopefully we get to Koh Lipe. I'm hoping we do, because I've got 4 days of chilling planned. So we have arrived at the ferry check-in. I can't find a lift, just steps, and we've got wheelie suitcases. So we somehow need to get these wheelie suitcases upstairs. Wish us luck. Prices averted. They told us we can just leave them downstairs. I don't even know how much mine weighs now, because we're not flying, so I've just chucked everything in it. This is us. We need to do immigration before we get there. We've already done our TDAC this time, so, oh, is it T? Yeah, we've already done that this time, so we're not gonna get in trouble with the border like we did in Malaysia. So obviously I can't film in security, but it was super easy. Walked through from Starbucks. It's not a huge place anyway. You've got domestic departures and international departures. We're going international, so we went to international departures. No line for immigration, so stamped us out of Malaysia, checked passport, did my finger. Now we're waiting. I think we've got about an hour wait just to sit here. There's not much to see. This is the room. That's, I'm guessing, where we're boarding. Super, super easy. Like, just entertain yourself now. I think that's the hard bit. They do say you need to be there at least 45 minutes before, but it opened about 90 minutes before. We were here just under 2 hours, and again we walked straight in. It's time to board. So this is like the main, I think this is the big ferry, so this one should be absolutely fine. It's Big Eagle over there. This one looks so much easier to board than the ones that we got on in Bali, where Nathan was having to be like lifted up onto the boat. We're on like a full ramp, which would be easier. We do still have our bags though, and bags, suitcases, same thing. Everybody else was too. Okay, so there's a ramp to get on the boat, but you do have to get your suitcase over this step, and we're like the last on the boat, so I'm not sure how we're gonna get our case on. I had to stop recording because the ramp, I mean, it was pretty sturdy actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just trying to maneuver my camera and my suitcase and get up a ramp and make sure Nathan doesn't fall. It's quite difficult. There was one little like step to get over, but they helped you over really, didn't they? Well, you got over, but they took your bag. So we made it. Not too strenuous. Oh, it's all right. How to Train Your Dragon's playing. 90 minutes later, we are arriving. The only issue is they can't get to the beach, so we've got to get off this boat onto a long tail boat, and I haven't worked out yet how we do that, like how easy it's going to be. He's on, almost. Try and sit down here.
Our first stop was Koh Lipe. Koh Lipe is a tiny island in the Andaman Sea that somehow feels like it hasn't caught up with itself yet. It's got turquoise water, white sand beaches, and a diving scene that's genuinely world class. It's way less developed than Koh Samui or Phuket, which means it still has that quieter vibe, though tourism is definitely picking up. The islands around it are protected, so there's actual coral and marine life to see when you're in the water. It's become a bit of a backpacker and diver hub, but it still feels like a place where you can actually connect with what's happening rather than just moving through a tourist conveyor belt.
We have just got to Koh Lipe. Well, we've had a shower and stuff because we were both pretty minging. And now we're gonna go and find some food again. As ever, I'm ravenous. I feel like all I seem to do on these travels is eat. But first things first, we need to do some admin and get some money because everybody wants money from us. So we are currently staying on Walking Street, and exactly what it says on the tin in literally everything. Well, it looks like everything here. So many cafes, restaurants, shops, currency exchange. So everything we need within walking distance on Walking Street.
We've just had some dinner. We've walked down to the beach. No, it's only 7 p.m. It feels so much later. I don't know about you, but it does. It feels so much later. It's so dark compared to like when we were in Malaysia. And 7:30, it still was light outside. Because look at this. We're used to nearly like 8 p.m. sunset. We're on the beach. We're just we've just had a drink. It is happy hour. So, and there's these little lanterns that look like Rapunzel.
It was absolutely thundering last night. I say last night, it was all the way into this morning because I wanted to get up and go for a run. So I've woken up and a mosquito has taken chunks, like literal chunks out my legs. It is all over, so I need to go sort that quite early because I didn't sleep last night. We're in Thailand, it's beautiful. I've had to put some trousers on, but it's not sunny anyway. I don't really know what to do though in Koh Lipe on a wet day. It's stopped raining now, but it's pretty wet everywhere. I think we're actually going to go see some dogs at an animal sanctuary. I keep saying to Nathan, oh, how are you feeling about like your life being beach for the next 3 weeks? But so far, it's rain.
Ashley had such a fun morning, so we went for breakfast at Bloom. It was nice, it was pretty nice. It gets recommended all the time. I thought it was a bit more expensive than some of the other places here, but it was nice enough. And then we went to it's not like a dog sanctuary, it's like a dog rescue, but how it's set up was very nice. It's a guest house and they have all the dogs they look after all of the animals on the island. So they don't all live at the house, obviously, but basically if there's any issues with street animals, they go and tend to them. Some live in the house, some are just roaming and that they keep an eye on. So we met so many dogs, they're all lovely, they're all like fighting for attention, literally. I would have genuinely adopted all of them. There was about 3 that I think were expecting me to say that we were coming home with them, and Nathan's pretty sure that we're coming home with one as well. It's a sunflower guest house, but the Koh Lipe Animal Rescue, so please make sure you give it a visit. It was free to visit, then you just make a donation on your way out as well. We've come to a little bar called Rainforest, which is only little. The girl said this was where she got the best cocktail in the whole of Thailand, so high hopes. Although I panicked and I've ordered a porn star martini. I can't tell you the last time I had a porn star martini. Do you remember?
No, genuinely not.
Probably, it was definitely back in the UK.
Might have been 2024.
Khop Ka. Yeah, I can't actually remember. I was just setting up my gimbal to do like recording me drinking my cocktail, a bit B-roll and all that. And a little girl spotted it, obviously knew, and she was loving life. She was pausing away, shouting, pointing. I didn't get it on camera though, although it's probably a bit weird if I started filming random kids, but you're like, oh, it's one of the moments that you just wish. I didn't, because she was fully going for it, and I didn't have the heart to say to her, like, it's not even on. I'm literally just setting up the tripod. But we're off to get some noodles now. I am hungry. We've not eaten since breakfast because we had a little bit of a nap at lunch. So we're going for a big dinner now. And I got tom yum chicken noodles. I've got my chopsticks. I've already had a cocktail, so I might not be as coordinated as I normally am. I got egg noodles and I should have got some more. You got vermicelli, didn't you? Yeah, Nathan got vermicelli, but I panicked. Missing a little bit of a kick, that's all.
Do you want dry chili or do you want sambar?
Probably sambar.
No real update from me today because I haven't had much to vlog. We've basically just, well, hopefully you can see the tan. We've basically just sunbathed. So what is it they call Koh Lipe, the Maldives of Thailand, and it is beautiful. So we went up to Sunrise Beach. I actually started with the sunrise yoga, then we did a lot of sunbathing, went to visit the dogs again, and now we're going to go get some dinner. So we're just about to get on a boat to our next destination. This time it's a speedboat, not a ferry. Get the ferry over from Koh Lipe to Koh Lanta, which took about 3 hours. Onto the ferry was pretty easy. The hardest thing was the jetty, but they carried Nathan, like me on one side, a guy on the other. I just carried him down to the boat itself. Main hardest thing was actually listening out, so we couldn't really get down the steps because people sit on the steps and Nathan obviously needs a banister to get down. So it's a lot of me being like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. I mean, the first hour was pretty choppy, was pretty difficult, but I just closed my eyes and hoped for the best. I was like, if this is how I go, this is how I go. Yeah, landed in Koh Lanta, got a tuk-tuk to the hotel, so that's one thing to be aware of. Grab doesn't exist, so you do either need to liaise with your hotel in advance or prepare to pay for a tuk-tuk. So we got a tuk-tuk, really easy, cash only, 400 baht to where we're staying. Then checked in and that was it really. Then yesterday I was sadly full of cold. I was saying to Nathan, I don't know if it's just a bit that I was so run down with my like 79 bites keeping me up the other night, so I've had barely any sleep, but we seem to be coming over the other end already, so it was just like a 24-hour thing. I've been for a run this morning and now we're gonna go get some breakfast on Koh Lanta. I think it's probably gonna be a beach day. I said I don't really want to venture too far. And this is our breakfast at our French Belgian. So we've got eggs, bacon, bread, croissant, mango jam, but only one. I see this question a lot, so I'm hoping to answer it here, but ATMs are really easy to use. They're everywhere. They accept like all cards, use withdraw Thai baht. However, it does ask you like 2 times. It sounds a bit confusing on there. The first question is like, you're going to be charged. Is that okay? You have to click yes. Like, you're going to get charged no matter what. It's like 250 baht. So it's like £5.50, maybe slightly more. Then that's on every transaction. So it doesn't matter how much you take out, you're going to get charged. The one that you can click no on, it says we'll convert it for you, or it's in like a roundabout way, but basically, do you accept their conversion? Click no. You don't want their conversion because basically they can charge a ridiculous amount. The conversion fee is ridiculous. Your bank should have a better conversion, especially if you've got like an abroad card. Honestly, I wish we could say we did more, but I've had a glorious day of drinking cocktails, sitting at the beach. I don't want to say snuck onto a resort. There was a resort with empty beds, so we just kind of stayed there and had a lovely time. You know, go on the islands. That's what we're here to do. Now we're going to go get some tea. I've had a quick call with my dad. Not much to discuss, to be fair. I feel like I've skipped a chapter, but there hasn't been much to report, really. It's been very chill while we've been on Koh Lanta. I think there's not much else to do. I mean, there's obviously places we can visit, but we've got a lot planned for the next few days. And today is probably... I don't know. I'm more excited for this than I was the orangutans. Before we came travelling, I basically said there's 2 things that I need to do. If we were to ever go backpacking, there's 2 things we need to do. Everything is all animal themed. Everything I always do is animal themed. And that is orangutans and seeing elephants. And today we're going to go see the elephants. It can be really hard to find an ethical sanctuary. And we're going to one of the only ethical sanctuaries in South Thailand. I'm very excited. So it is completely no touch, no feeding, no bathing, completely ethical. And that is very, very important to me because there's a lot of sanctuaries that say they're ethical and aren't actually. But we're headed there today. So we're booked on the half-day experience. I think it costs us about £60. It's about 5,500 baht total for the 2 of us. But that does include our transfers. When we get there, we have like an introduction to the elephants, a walk around. We get to make their dinner, and we have our dinner included as well. We didn't go for the full day because full day was like a hike to take. And to be honest, the main thing for me is the elephants, and the hike. That was the bit where it was like, is it going to be okay for Nathan, or is it not? Like, that's the inaccessible bit. So yeah, we didn't go ahead with that one. We just went for the half day in the end. We are just in our transfer now, so I think it was about 30 minutes for our hotel. So I didn't realise it used to be an elephant riding camp, and about 7 years ago they basically realised it was wrong, got help, and now it's fully ethical. But
Best news is that this weekend there is a brand new baby. So we're going to see a baby.
They look like a body, same in the film.
We're about to see the baby. But Mum is very protective, and there is an 8-year-old called Peanut who keeps trying to go over to see the baby, and she's getting a bit stroppy about it. But to be fair, as soon as we walked over, we're not very close at all. As soon as we walked over, she started trying to like hide the baby. He said this one used to be naughty and killed a few people, but now he's a good boy. So we've done our elephant walk, we've made some seat balls, and now we're firing the seat balls for the elephants, except I am obviously rubbish at it.
And now we go back.
I can't tell you how incredible that was. Like, I genuinely did not expect that we would get so close to the elephants. They were amazing. You're not allowed to touch them. The elephants have full controls. There's one called Peanut who just really wanted to come see us, and they had to keep trying to like coax them away, but he really, I mean, at one point, I've got on camera, at one point he comes straight up to me. I genuinely thought he was gonna like pick me up. He then walks past Nathan, turns around and tried to steal Nathan's hat, but no, he was so good. We saw them bathing themselves. We made food. I cried. I would go back there. I absolutely recommend it. It's our last full day in Koh Lanta. It is so hot again today, but I left you yesterday at the elephant sanctuary, so it took a little bit of time to get back. I think we're about half an hour away, but obviously by the time we've had lunch, got dropped off, we stopped off to get drinks, etc. The best day, possibly the best day of my life, was seeing those elephants. I really didn't think we'd get so close to them. It was just like I sobbed, and I'm in love with Peanut. I think I might have to adopt him. You can actually adopt him. So a bit of information about the one we did. We chose Following Giants specifically because it is a no-touch sanctuary. You know, I'm an elephant lover. I would love to see them with like a dog and stroke them and cuddle them and whatever, but they're wild animals. And I think it's at Australia Zoo, there's a sign that's like the people who harm animals the most are animal lovers, because we see them and we like project our human emotions on them, that they want to be cuddled, but they really don't. But these elephants are it's completely elephant led, so they come to you. You don't touch them away basically, so you move away. But this Peanut really wanted to come and say hello. Some of them are really friendly. It is a little bit sad because it's usually because they've come from the tourist trade and been rescued. But no, they were friendly. Some of them have actually attacked and killed people, so you definitely have to stay away from those ones who were like herding us away, but they were gorgeous to watch. Just seeing them in the pool, prepare the food and then slingshot it into like the area so the elephants can just find it as they go through, but it also helps the other wildlife too, because it's right on like a wildlife, I don't want to say sanctuary, it's like a national park. I'm gonna go to now a dog sanctuary. If you've noticed, everything I do is for animals. I love a walk, love to see animals. It's basically all we travel for. Then we're going to go see another little dog sanctuary, and well, it's like a rescue centre actually, and I think it can be quite hard hitting because it's like a full tour, so they tell you some of the stories of the dogs, the cats, the animals that they've rescued, but hopefully we can see a little bit more about what they do. So this morning we have been to the Lanta Animal Welfare Rescue Centre. So they explain they're not really a sanctuary in that they don't want cats and dogs living there. Because of where we are, it's very normal for dogs and cats to be free roaming. Therefore, they don't want them living in the rescue centre. But what they do want is to make sure that they are not suffering while they're kind of free roaming or stray. They do have a number of dogs who unfortunately won't survive on the streets for various issues. So whether that obviously there's one that had his leg amputated, that some have like skin issues, some that just aren't fit for the street, and those ones can be adopted. So there's a lot of European people who come and adopt the dogs from there. And to be honest, it wasn't like the rescue centre we went to the other day, which is a guest house. So you stay at the guest house and you can go and cuddle up the dogs. It wasn't like that at all. So a lot of people brought kids, but I think they had brought them with the intention of being able to cuddle dogs, which you meet a couple of dogs, you don't really get to like cuddle them, because the main thing they want to do is show you around the centre and teach, give you some more stories, talk to you about how you can help the animals, teach you how to, if you do meet animals on the street, how to actually remain safe. What was interesting is they said that they haven't actually had a case of rabies on Koh Lanta in 20 years due to like the vaccinations and sterilisation that they've been doing. They rely 100% on volunteer, on like tourist donations or donations from people who obviously want to support, and volunteers. So yeah, I definitely recommend going. It is a bit hard to listen to some of the stories, and I'm on my period, so I was definitely crying a little bit, but it is difficult, and you meet the dogs and you see how happy they are. Obviously, they'd be happier if they either were back on the street, like living their beach life, or in a home, but they very much are well looked after there as well. So I've done very well not to adopt a dog, but I almost did. There was one dog they were telling us about who basically had found a family, but they need like a flight volunteer. So basically somebody to fly with the dog. I say with the dog. So basically, as long as they're getting on the same flight, they check the dog in with them. So they become responsible for the dog, but not really. They couldn't find anyone for a year. They finally got somebody. By the time they got someone, which was a year, the family decided they didn't want the dog anymore, which is so sad. And he's a lovely little dog. I keep trying to get Nathan. Obviously, we need a house before we get a dog, but we keep meeting so many nice street dogs as well. I'm like, I just want to take you all home. The good thing is though, knowing that they haven't got rabies, I can now go and cuddle all the dogs, and Nathan can't even tell me off for it. Woo! If you are taking kids, just be aware that, you know, you see dogs with cancerous lumps, and there was one dog who'd been stabbed in the back. Awful to listen to, but you have to understand. And the guy was saying, like, you know, they do a lot on social media, and it tends to be these dogs that do get a lot of sympathy, but it's awful to hear that that's what they are going through. But I also respect the fact that they didn't try and like water it down and make it easier for us. They were very open and honest about what they do and basically how we can help. But also they're doing a lot of like education as well. So going into schools and teaching locals that dogs aren't to be scared, like aren't to be feared. And if you respect them, they'll respect you. Okay, they do steal food, but like they're trying to help as well to make sure that there isn't so many new dogs being born and new cats being born, that resources are so limited, which is why they go around and sterilise.
Our next destination was Khao National Park in inland Thailand. Think limestone cliffs, jungles, and this massive emerald lake that looks almost unreal. It's a completely different vibe from island hopping, and honestly, it's one of those places that reminds you Thailand isn't just beaches. The wildlife is actually there. Gibbons, hornbills, elephants in the wild, and it's the kind of landscape that makes you understand why people get obsessed with Southeast Asia. It's also less touristy than you'd expect for somewhere this stunning, which means you're actually experiencing it rather than queuing for photos. And the heat and humidity are genuinely intense, but it is worth it.
So we have arrived in Khao. First of all, what is this? When you look at me, you're like, why does she always have her hair in a slick back bun? Yeah, so we've had the hottest van to Khao. So I didn't even know what was going on, I'm not gonna lie. I booked it via Once You Go Asia, and it just said it was a van and it was 6 hours. And I was like, why is it going to take 6 hours when Google Maps is saying it's like 3 hours, maybe 4 hours with traffic? Well, I got my reasoning, because they dropped us off in the middle of nowhere. Turns out it was Krabi Town, so not quite nowhere, but they actually also just didn't explain that to us. It was just, no, you need to go. I was like, but we know where we need to be. Then we checked in and we had another bus, but it was a very full van. It was also incredibly hot. The temperature, like the reading in his van was saying 40 degrees, and the aircon was not good. Now we booked this because I had a high rating and it did say the aircon. I mean, there's not many other options to go all the way from Koh Lanta up to Khao. So we were kind of a little bit stuck anyway, but you know, you do want aircon. It was okay. I got a little bit travel sick on the way, but there were other people in our car who were not. We're not getting picked up until like 10 tomorrow to get on the pier. We have a lakeside cottage that we are staying on overnight. So we'll basically get from the boat from the pier over to our cottage, and then we have like a full itinerary of activities. So there's obviously like a little boat all the way there. There's a little raft like an hour in. Then we go on a cave walk, then we've got dinner, and then morning after, so you can like kayak and stuff while you're there as well. And then the morning after we've got like breakfast and a morning boat safari. So yeah, it's pretty full roster. You only pay for the one night. Like we only got one night there. It doesn't have electric most of the day and it doesn't have any internet at all. So one night is probably enough for most people. But it is meant to be beautiful. A lot of people say it's like their best thing that they do. So I'm looking forward to it. And it is officially the start of my birthday week. So we're going to thoroughly enjoy it. I am almost 30.
So this is Khao village. It's actually different to what I thought it was going to be. It is jungle, but it's like busy. It's definitely more touristy than I guess we envisaged. But I imagine everyone comes here before they do like their day tours and things. We are off to Khao today. So last night we went out in Khao village just for some like dinner. And it's such a different vibe to what you expect. It's like, I compared it to Airlie Beach in Australia. It's like one strip of bars and shops and weed shops and tattoo parlours. Actually, I can't remember if I saw a tattoo parlour. That kind of vibe. Like, just very different to what I thought, because we've obviously been to a few different jungles now, and I was expecting more like Borneo-esque. But very, very different vibe. We had a good night. Sat and played Uno, Have No Mercy. God, that game is... I mean, I won 3-0, so I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was tough. So we checked in for our taxi. So we've got like a water taxi over to where we're staying. We are staying at Praiwan Raft House. So we went for that. I think it's about £80 each because we have like a bed rather than sleeping on the floor. There are much cheaper options if you want to do that. So we're just kind of chilling now. We got here early. They tell you to get here about an hour before, but we got here even earlier than that. Got another hour. Got my caramel macchiato. Sun shining. Views are nice. Oh, you can just slide down now.
Slide down, yeah. You okay, yeah? Yeah.
It's just doing the crab the entire way. So we arrived, we've gone for our first hike, or we're on our first hike. So I think he said we're going to go into like a little wildlife sanctuary, called it. So we've got a few more fees, I think it's like 200. And it was literally 5 minutes from where we're staying. It took long to 3-point turn it. We are just waiting for our raft boat. We're on like a bamboo raft. So we've hiked our way to a cave now, and there's lots of spiders in the walls apparently, and lots of stalagmites and how do you say it? Stalactites. Stalagmites? Stalactites.
Hey, what are you trying to did you see the motorcycle?
Yeah.
Really? Yes. Is it still there?
Nathan chilled. For the entire 2.5 hours he sat in this chair. This specific chair. As we were pulling up, bear in mind we've never met people until today. One of the guys we've made friends with literally was like, I don't think Nathan's moved. So this is our room. This is the standard room. This is pretty much it. So you do get a double bed, which is nice because a lot of them don't really have a bed. We have got a fan, but it only works from 6 p.m. You only get electric from 6 p.m. That's the main thing. But you don't spend much time actually in the room anyway. A lot of time you're in the lake or you're kind of out enjoying, like out kayaking. If we open this, Nathan's going to demonstrate. I thought we had 2 windows.
We do.
We've got a little lake view. Double lake view. And then you come out here and a big lake view. It is beautiful. So the boat, you can see people kind of paddling along, but all down here. And then you go over there for your dinner and like itinerary, etc. Got life jackets, and then kayaks are just basically first come first served. So you can just grab one and go, which is pretty cool. Now it's time for dinner and I am starving. It is a hard work doing all this like relaxing and hiking, etc. It is hard. And my tummy's rumbling, but let's see what they've got tonight. A lot of people are saying 2 days. I kind of wish we were, but we need to be in Koh Lipe for my birthday. So that's our plan. So that's the end of our first day of our Khao tour. I don't know. To be fair, tonight it was just more of a chill. So we had dinner,
very impromptu fire show from our guide Dom, which was pretty cool. I did worry that I was going to lose my eyebrows, but he seemed pretty in control, apart from the fact that he did burn his ankle at one point. Then just sat and had a bit of a chill. Most people went to bed really early. I mean, it's now 9:30. Most people are already asleep. I think most people are actually in bed for about 8. But we carried on chatting. The shop shuts at 9, but they actually shut it about 8:30 because there was nobody there. So we got chatting again with Dom, who taught us some magic tricks. And yeah, nothing to really vlog. We're now in our little bungalow. So this is where we'll be sleeping for the night. It's weird because you can see like little bits of the room move. So like, I don't know how to describe it, but you can definitely tell that you're floating, but it's not too bad, if that makes sense. Like when I was getting it on and off, you can definitely feel it move, and at some points I'm like, oh yeah, we're moving, but it's not uncomfortable, and it is obviously beautiful. It just gets very dark, but yeah, it's so peaceful. Bye for me. Good morning. We're up bright and early, just walking up on the lake, and this is the view. You're not actually allowed drones here, so ignore the drone. That's not it. But yeah, it's beautiful. I was going to say very quiet, but you can hear a boat. We have coffee now, then we've got a boat tour this morning, and then we're actually going. So a lot of people are doing 2 days. We didn't book 2 days because we need to be in Koh Lipe. To be fair, I didn't sleep the best, so I was just so hyper aware of everybody walking outside. So anytime they would walk, my thing would, the hut would move. So it just swayed me back and forth.
Bangkok is sensory overload in the best way. It's massive, chaotic, loud, and absolutely thriving. There's street food on every corner, temples tucked between shopping malls, traffic that moves like it's following rules only Bangkok understands, and an energy that's completely different from anywhere else we've visited. It's where Thailand feels modern and traditional at the same time, where you can eat at a Michelin-starred restaurant or get something incredible from a street cart for pennies, and where you actually feel the weight of being in a real city rather than a destination. It's exhausting and exhilarating. You either love it or you need a break from it, but it's absolutely worth experiencing. This morning we're flying to Bangkok, and I feel like I haven't done a flight in, well, it's been weeks, but because you just keep travelling around, we've been all through the islands, I've forgotten how to fly. I'm going through my bags, I'm like, why are there so many liquids in my bags? I just don't know, I'm gonna get pulled for something. But flying from Cerebral to Bangkok this morning, it's only an hour flight, so super duper easy. The airport does not have a lounge. It does have one restaurant and a few coffee shops, so we're not wanting to get there too early, but obviously don't want to risk missing it. Obviously I start freaking out. Hopefully you know me by now. I like to get to an airport like 5 hours early, which is partly why we got the priority pass, because I like to just sit. I get through security and I just sit and just mellow out. Whereas without the lounge, I don't know what I'm going to do. Into Bangkok, staying at the Citadines. So, what is it? Sukhumvit, which I think is obviously quite a big space, quite a big place. No real plans. We're here till the 19th and then we're flying over to Vietnam. We're actually coming back to Bangkok again. So we don't have to get everything done this week, but we do need to sightsee. We've done so much like island life. You probably see I've caught the sun, so it's a lot of, even though I don't feel like we've just been sunbathing and lounging, we probably have done a lot of sunbathing and lounging. So we're back to a city break now. We're gonna go see some temples, see as much as we can. Looking forward to it.
Admittedly, we left a little bit later because every time we've flown with AirAsia, we're through in like 15 minutes because it's all automated check-in. Got to Surat Thani and it is like slow. So they were down to one counter at check-in. So we've been sitting there for about 40 minutes. Now in security, and there's no priority line for Nathan. Normally, when they see him, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to be here a while.
We have landed in Bangkok. We are at our hotel, so we're staying at the Citadines Sukhumvit. I really am horrible at pronouncing everything. But we're basically in the centre of Bangkok, is what I know. I googled and it was a good spot to stay, so we picked there. But I say that, we have legitimately no plans. I've been so bad at this recently. I don't know what's happening. I feel like We're going into, no, this is our 9th month of traveling. That's insane to say. We could have had a baby in that time. And I feel like I'm very overwhelmed with like, we need to do this on this date, this on that date, this on this date. So some things you have to book in advance. So we've booked those. But others, like, I just keep getting to cities. I'm like, oh, we'll just work it out when we're there. That is so unlike me. I know there's obviously key temples that we need to see here. There's markets to go to. But I also do love a bit of a wander. Yeah, no plans, which feels strange. Somebody just messaged me and was like, so what are your plans while you're there? And I was like, yeah, well, we need to go to the festival. We need to go to the temples. I'd like to do a Pilates class at some point. Maybe go to the gym a couple of times because my hotel's got a gym. We purposely picked it for that. But yeah, such adventurous travellers. I do apologise. No, I promise we will do stuff. Like, we've literally got here and jumped our bags and then I need to make a plan. But that's what I tend to be doing now. Getting somewhere and being like, right, on this day we're doing this, and this day that. Rest time we'll just wander. But there is a lot to see in Bangkok. It was really weird. I know Nathan said this as well. Driving in, and it's a city, because we've been on the island. So we were in Langkawi, then we did Koh Lipe, then Koh Lanta, then Khao, then Koh Samui. And it's weird to be back in a city. I don't know, maybe I'm an island girl now. I've always been a city girl. No, I am very much still a city girl. And then we're going to go get some lunch first of all and make a plan for while we're here. We're only here for a couple of days and then we're flying off to Vietnam, which I'm so excited for because everyone says it's their favourite. But I'm trying to live a lot more in the moment, which is probably why I'm making no plans at all, because I just do it on the day. So come with us. This might be chaotic. This is so not me. This is very Nathan. This is Nathan's way of life. Just like horizontal, so laid back is horizontal. What will happen will happen. But my point to him is, if I didn't plan everything, we'd literally just sit in the hotel room all day. But yeah, temples, night markets, food. Let's go. So we've come out to Terminal 21 in Bangkok, which is pretty cool because each floor is its own destination. So we came in on Rome, which was really cute. Downstairs is the Caribbean. Paris wasn't really given Paris, but we're now on Tokyo, which is quite cute. I've also fallen victim to the pop marshmallow. I've resisted so long and now I've fallen victim. The first stop of today is the Grand Palace, which has actually been the home of Thai kings since 1782. It is absolutely massive, like 218,400 square meters, and with golden spires and the most beautiful architecture you'll see in Thailand. Inside the palace is the Temple of the Emerald Buddha. Now, the Emerald Buddha is actually made of jade, not emerald. It's one of the most sacred Buddhist images in Thailand and has actually been around since the 1300s. Then we're going to Wat Pho, which is the home of the reclining Buddha. It's actually one of Thailand's oldest temples, as it's been around since the 1600s, but as I say, everyone comes for the reclining Buddha. And when I say reclining, I basically mean massive because it's about 46 meters long. It's basically a building in itself. The Buddha is covered in gold leaf, and the temple itself is a mix of golden statues, mosaics, and intricate details that you really want to take a second just to walk around and take it in. A few practical things is make sure you cover your knees, your shoulders, pretty much anywhere that you would go, anywhere that you go for temples, you need to cover up anyway. And it's 500 bahts, and that's like what, $14 for us. I think it's about £10, 11, 12, between 11 and 12 pound to get into the Grand Palace, but that also includes entry into the Emerald Buddha as well. I did actually tell Nathan you need to put trousers on, and he was like, no, they cover my knees, you need to put trousers on. He's got his elephant trousers on, which I'm sure he's thrilled about. Free for Thai people and 500 bahts, or about £12 for any video. We were just saying they absolutely do not make them like this anymore. Like, it is beautiful. A little bit expensive to get in, but you can see why. I wanted to share a little fact that my auntie shared with me about the reclining Buddha. So in case you didn't know, my auntie is actually a Buddhist nun, and she said the reclining Buddha, she's never actually seen it, but it is incredibly famous. And that actually one of the things that Buddhists do when they go to sleep is they try and sleep on the right side so they can emulate the reclining Buddha. How cool is that? After a lot of temple hopping, we were actually exhausted. Got the MRT back to Terminal 21, got some dinner there, which was really nice. I had boat noodles. I'm thinking of boat noodles. And I ordered it as like a 2 spice. The woman looked at me and went, "Are you sure that you can handle that?" I was like, "I think so, it should be fine." It was fine until I got to the last couple of bites where my lips literally like doubled in size. Painful at the end. I had to order like coconut ice cream just to even myself out. I was okay though, I survived. Then I came back, been to the gym, had a shower, and now we're gonna head over to Chinatown for Yaowarat Street, which turns into a massive night market. Hopefully get some banging food. I actually haven't had any mango sticky rice yet, which I cannot believe. In the whole time we've been in Thailand, I've been kind of saving myself for this because I just think that a Bangkok street market is the best place to get street food. And we've had some really good food while we've been here, but I'm really looking forward to eating tonight. A few basic logistical things to be aware of. Keep an eye on your belongings. There's a lot of, like, everywhere you go, there is a lot of reminders about pickpockets, so they are active in the areas, same as any city. Bring cash. So I think most of the stores will be cash, so that's what we're doing. So we've got some more cash out for that. And I think just don't have a plan. Like with the street food markets that we've been to recently, we haven't gone out there being like, we need this, and this. We've just gone and been like, we're going to try this and this. And that's where we found the best food. So fingers crossed we have a good time tonight. So this is Thai suki. I got it as the soup. And Nathan, shock, got stir-fried rice. What did you get? Rice noodles? Stir-fried rice noodles. I just heard rice, but I did think it doesn't look very ricey. Stir-fried rice noodles with his little chili and extra chili. 100 baht for this big bottle, that's good, isn't it? So we're at Lumpini Park. It's super hot but super chill. As in, there's like barely anybody here. The only people we've seen, I mean, everybody's jumped on the monkey bars because I feel like you're not a man if you walk past monkey bars and don't get on it, from what I've seen. Does that make me a man? Because I keep trying, I can't do them. I don't know why I can't do them. Well, I know why. I weigh too much and I have no upper body strength. But yeah, just having a lovely little walk around. One of my favourite things is always going to a park. Do you agree? I love just walking to a park or botanical gardens. I think because sometimes it can get quite overwhelming, especially in a city like Bangkok where it just doesn't stop. It's quite nice just to come completely out of that, and as the sign says, everything seems better with fresh air. So not that we've been that overwhelmed, but yeah, it's just nice. I don't know what this building is, but it's pretty cool. Reminds me of Copenhagen. No, reminds me of Geneva. Don't know why, it does. What's the music? That's cool. So we've come out for dinner. We are people watching because we're right on the strip in Sukhumvit, in Bangkok. I've had a lovely little massage earlier. I say lovely. It was quite painful, but she's got some aches and pains out of me because my back was not good. Me and Nathan have ordered the exact same thing tonight, but it should be nice. Just having a, oh, here we go. Popping bar. Just having a, what's this, tiger? No, we ordered tiger, but they didn't have tiger. Then they didn't have chang, so this is a pint of singer. And then we've got pork runka noodles coming as well. Feeling a little bit sorry for myself this morning, but
it was very much self-inflicted. We went to Lumpini Park, saw the lizard and saw the river monitors. So, you know, it's really cute just to walk around. It's a lovely little park. They've like water shows, like 6 billion gyms for some reason. Really, really nice little park. Grabbed some dinner, and then I had a massage booked through ClassPass, and even actually had a job interview, so we'll see how that goes. And then we were like, you know, we've not done a rooftop bar yet. And obviously Bangkok's very known for its nightlife. Now, we're not really nightlife people, but we did go to a couple of little bars, grab some dinner, and then went to a rooftop bar. Not cheap, especially when you get 3 Prosecco's. But, oh, I just feel a bit tired. We're off to the airport now. So this is our time in Thailand done, which I cannot believe. Feels like we've been here ages, but also no time at all. So it's a bit weird to think that we're going elsewhere, but I guess that is the end of our Thailand vlog too. So I think the best moments for me, Songkran was obviously incredible. So if you haven't watched that video, please do go watch it. It's a lot of fun, and I do think everybody needs to experience it because the unbridled joy is incredible. The beaches in Koh Lipe are absolutely stunning. There's too many positives. Every dog we've met, every beach dog, we've met so many beach dogs, and they've all been lovely. I fell in love with one dog in Khao who was absolutely amazing. Khao was obviously incredible, not even just the lake. The lake was beautiful, but we also made friends while we were there, which was good. Elephants, that's probably the top moment of my entire trip so far, is seeing elephants up close. Obviously not in the wild, but still amazing to see them. We have tried to see them in the wild twice now and didn't see anything. And we got to meet Peanut, who is a legend at following giants. Yeah, just so many positives. Negatives, there was that one day where I was full of cold for no reason at all. Obviously, I wouldn't say it's a negative. It was difficult to think about how to basically get between islands, as in with Nathan. So we weren't sure how he was going to be with the boats, but actually it worked out fine. We've had no issues there. The last thing was somebody knocked my confidence with speaking Thai. Not that I speak much Thai, but as in I try and pick up phrases everywhere we go, try and have conversations with people to learn more. And I got a word wrong, and I know this guy was just annoyed because he was trying to sell to Nathan and he was ignoring Nathan, so I stepped in, and then I got a word wrong and he like lambasted me for it. So that knocked my confidence a little bit. And now we have to leave. But we've had a fantastic time in Thailand. We will be back. Do you know, it's weird because Thailand was never one of those countries that we were like, we need to go. And now we've been here, we've loved it. And there's a few people, I think it's really important to not listen to other people's opinions on how you feel about a place, because so many people said to me, oh, I didn't like Thailand. Too expensive. Yes, it's more expensive, especially in the south. Add 7-Eleven to the positives list, because that has saved us many a time. But I think we've really enjoyed it. Nathan, you have as well, haven't you? He's nodding, you can't see. I think he very much enjoyed the beaches. He very much enjoyed Songkran, so he's had a lovely time. But thank you so much for watching. Do let me know if there's anything specific you want us to, like any questions you've got, any feedback, comment. Thank you, and I will see you for our Vietnam vlog next week. Bye.